Well, this seems pretty interesting. Let's see.
How to be a good game reviewer.
Welcome to IGN, kid. So you're our new reviewer, huh?
That's Donkey's voice.
I'll be your handler, Walter White. I'm gonna show you how to do a good game review. Polly.
I love how Donkey can say something that's so fucking stupid, but just the way he says it, it's just funny.
Bring up that one stupid-ass one.
Immortals of Avium is an impressively confident first-person shooter.
What is
We need
this?
to keep this guy on the reviews. 8 out of 10.
I heard about this game, but it wasn't that great.
Good thinking. He's an...
What dumb fuck let this game go through? Oh, by the way, the Immortals of Avium, they're apparently letting all of their staff go and the entire studio is falling apart. I'll have to show you guys that after this.
That's impressive.
So pro. Now, Polly, bring up one of our bad reviews that we like to do.
Monotonous micromanagement, a poor interface, and by-the-numbers combat.
What's
This game
What
scored
is
a
that?
75 out of 100.
That looked like a city builder from The Gathering and shit. I love city builders. By the way, if you love city builders and you want a challenge, play Against the Storm. I have 250 hours on that bad boy. The game is so great and hard.
Rating for PS5 on Metacritic from the critics seems pretty decent. Unlike this
The
review,
critics?
4 out of 10.
Bad.
Fucking amateur. I remember this kid.
I feel like 4 out of 10 isn't bad. 4 out of
It
10
is.
it needs work. A 2 out of 10 is bad.
I know. I think 5 out of 10 is okay. It's almost playable, but it's really bad in all aspects. 4 out of 10 is it's barely playable and it needs work on everything. Now, 3, 2, and 1 is there was an attempt at a game here, but it's not even real at this point. And there's nothing.
3 out of 10 is like not so good. Yeah, it's below average.
He was nice. Quit the next day. Polly, get this shit show off the screen. Put on our Baldurs.
Bro, y'all are so fucking, like, y'all think an average game is an 8. Like, 8 is in the middle of game reviews. Like, the average reviewed game gets an 8. No, bro. There's like 7 other numbers under that. Recalibrate your...
Dude, I hate I like IGN's reviewing because it's actually fair, 5 is it's playable, but it's not great, but it's playable. 6 is it's almost kind of decent. 7 is it's nothing special, but it's fun. 8 and 9 is like, oh, this is pretty good at what it does even. Not only is this a game, but it's a good game at what it does. But nowadays it's like, what's the difference between a 5 and an 8? Almost none.
Mine.
Cape review.
Baldur's Gate 3 is just about everything I could have asked for.
Oh boy, IGN really made a comeback. 10 out of 10. Good thinking.
A shallow number of samey maps can get monotonous pretty quickly.
What is this?
This game looks like shit. No way this dude has played other horror asymmetricals or even understands the genre.
If you've played any asymmetrical horror game, be that Dead by Daylight or Friday the 13th, Evil Dead or Ghostbusters Spirits Unleashed,
Travis Northup needs to apologize for his reviews big time.
Dave the Diver never stopped surprising me. Easily one of the best games I've played this year.
Dude, I heard about Dave the Diver. I didn't know it's pixel bullshit. 1 out of 10.
So far.
Great review. Might pick it up. Thanks, IGN.
Story of Seasons, A Wonderful Life doesn't...
So is he saying basically that the people that say that it's a bad review only say it's a bad review because
they
you're
like
not
the
being
game.
a fanboy for the game that they like?
But it sure doesn't impress.
I'm starting to see
It's
where we're
supposed to
going
feel
here.
dated. Love this game.
Final Fantasy 16 really impressed me.
Great review. Fair points were made.
Diablo 4 is...
Well, yeah. Obviously, he's saying that. If you agree with the reviewer, suddenly the reviewer's a smart god. If you disagree, though, he's an idiot instantly.
It's completely awesome to behold.
Agreed for once. 9 is an accurate rating. Great game for sure.
It was until you got to World Tier 4.
Octopath Traveler 2 is another good old-fashioned 80-hour JRPG.
7 is a piss-poor score for this. It deserves an 8, at minimum.
Look at his fucking profile picture.
Guy was all over the place with his review.
Honkai Star Rail is the best free-to-play game of the year so far.
Amazing review. Amazing game.
This is a sadly lackluster follow-up to Modern Warfare 2019's refined take on a Call of Duty campaign.
6 out of 10. IGN died long ago.
Make you feel like...
By the way, this happens to me too. Like, if I ever give a review for a game, like, if I ever criticize something that, like, the Hive mind thinks is good, they get so mad at me. Remember whenever...
You don't criticize anything, though, that the Hive mind thinks is good or bad. You literally go with the flow, because that's how you milk this industry and get a following. You see people so readily succeed by going against the grain. You know why? Because everyone else is then against you and you're just a punching bag. But suddenly if you like everything that everyone else big likes, it's gonna be great. Imagine, someone calls someone, for example, I don't know, like, I Show Speed a moron racist, which he, by the way, is. Who do you think is gonna get more views, more support? The people who are gonna go against that and say, I Show Speed is actually a great stand-up guy with absolutely no mental issues whatsoever, or the guys who agree with that? Well, you can kind of guess which one.
Whenever I said, yeah, Wulong, and remember that boss that I did in Blasphemous last night? I said was dog shit. Everybody was getting pissed off about it. Yeah, well, guess what? I was fucking right. Yeah, Star.
If you call a boss in a hard game dog shit, that means it's actually a good boss, by the way.
Starfield? Well, I think Starfield, there was enough people that were negative about it. Yeah, it's White Knight Defenders, exactly. And it's the opposite, right? It's that every review, it only matters if you're agreeing with the majority of people. That's all there is to it. So there's a very simple list, right? You've got good games. And then you have bad games. Okay.
Wow.
And so, if you say something about a good game that could put it in the bad game category, well, then you're wrong. And if you say something about a bad game that's good, well, then you're wrong. That's it. No using brain. There's no nuance to this. There's no, well, they also had this good thing. Yeah, Skill Up Final Fantasy 16 review. He did not like it as much, and he got so much backlash. That's true. I think the Skill Up Final Fantasy review was a great example. Absolutely. Review is not right or wrong. It's about the reviewer opinion. Yes, and opinions can be right or wrong. Who decides good from bad? Well, the person reviewing the game making the video about it does. That's the way a review works. So that, yeah, I don't know if you understand how, like, the dynamic goes, but, like, usually people will, like, interface with the content and then review it. No, God doesn't review the game.
Spider-Man? Jesus, give this man a raise or something, and keep adding more people passionate like him for video game reviews.
But if you haven't already played it on Wii, the deluxe version is the ideal way to see what a traditional Kirby
like, you know fanboys are gonna get mad about a 7
Oh yeah, obviously.
Game is all about.
Another IGN reviewer that doesn't understand the Kirby series.
Doesn't understand the series. I love when you literally self-report by saying, but it's you need to understand. You need to play it as a Bethesda game. You need to play it as a you need to understand it from the perspective of Mortal Kombat and shit. No, you don't. No, you don't. You're literally insane, and I can literally smell the insanity off you.
This is Ragnar,
and you saw his profile picture had Mario and Luigi. Fucking Nintendo fanboy.
He is my large adult demon son.
What is this?
That was actually an amazing review. I'll take my hat off and admit it.
Yep.
Sometimes nostalgia makes things from the past seem better than they actually are.
I've learned over the years not to trust IGN.
I actually agree with this one.
What is this? I don't know.
Isn't this
it looks
Super
like
Monkey
golf.
Balls? Yeah, this game was so good. Bro, I love this game. Like, I went so hard on this game. I was actually watching Mizkif and Emeru play this game. Bro, they sucked. Oh my god.
That's probably because Mizkif was trying to do bad stuff to the woman.
Bro, I was better than that when I was 12. Like, what the fuck are they doing? Like, it's the same maps, too.
Things from the past seem better than they actually are.
I've learned over the years not to trust IGN. If you want a real review, go over to GameSpot.
The way he leaps off of rooftops and flips backwards to face the camera before falling into a headfirst dive is just full of the exaggerated swagger of a black teen. It gives me goosebumps every time he does it.
It's Metroid. I love those games.
That was the best IGN review I've seen in a decade.
But he's hoping that Sega can show some better judgment in the series' future.
Here's a hint.
I mean, there's a reason we don't take critics seriously ever. What? How stupid do you honestly need to be to just be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go take a critic's review set? No, you go on YouTube, you watch a bunch of people play it, you watch a bunch of people say different things about it, and then you formulate your opinion. Jesus Christ.
IGN. It helps when you get a reviewer that actually wants to play the game they're reviewing.
That's always what happens. Remember whenever I played Wu Long and I did the review of the game and I said the game was garbage, and then it got 500,000 views? It was like just a straight like 4-hour VOD. And everybody was so angry at me that I said, fuck you guys, I'm gonna play the entire game. And I finished the entire game and I said it was garbage. That's what you have to do. You have to show it to them, the entire thing.
That sounds desperate. I'm not gonna lie. I feel slightly sad now I mean, we're talking about You see, man, you try to be nice against Asmongold, but man, every once in a while he just shows me why I feel so much pity for this man. Because he is just beyond miserable, okay? Imagine being a millionaire, but you have no friends. You will probably never find a woman because in your mind you understand that everyone's going to only use you for money and that's the first thing they care for. You have literally... You literally are admitting to yourself that you're ugly, that there's so many things wrong with you, but you're not even trying to fix them. Even though you have so much money, you could fix every single problem about you in a relatively easy manner, even. It's like when you have money, fixing a lot of things doesn't require effort. I mean, ow. My day is slightly worse now. Thank you.
And I said the whole thing is going to be shit. I'm going to prove it to you. I'm going to eat all of the
Well, this is why he doesn't also stream on his main channel. Someone calls him bald and he literally has a mental breakdown. Imagine people telling you didn't like a game is wrong, so you prove them wrong by playing a game you don't like just to call it bad at the end. This is why the suicide rate is climbing everywhere, you know?
Shit. I'm gonna eat every single piece of shit in here to prove to you how bad it tastes.
Like me.
Cyberpunk 2077's impressively flexible design makes it a truly remarkable RPG.
Great review. I'm sure the patches will fix everything. Best to wait a few weeks to play.
Shenmue 3.
He was right.
Amazing.
In all its oddity.
No, he wasn't. You needed years.
Exists.
You're criticizing the game. This is not a proper review.
Well,
True.
It's not a proper review unless you agree with me.
Oh, actually, I have a little bit of cola here. It's been on my desk for now 4 hours or something. I can relate now to drinking Coke.
Yeah, you don't understand. Anybody who has a different score for the game
is stupid.
Is just
bad.
Fucking wrong. Yeah, that's not a real review.
For some mischaracterization opportunities, Age of Calamity remains a blast from start to finish.
IGN finally gives a fair and great review. Super hyped to pick this game up tomorrow.
But while it may not be the most stylish or polished, its rugged and brutal look at the muddy business of Scandinavian expansion is as memorable and
Is this? I forgot what it's
dense
called.
as an Assassin's Creed has ever been.
Thank you for making
Assassin's Creed sucks.
A non-biased review. Best review I have seen. Many others are obviously haters of Ubisoft.
But there aren't enough interesting weapons to keep the battles from getting dull.
This guy has obviously never played a Serious Sam game in his life.
Pikmin 4.
Dude, Serious Sam was literally the shit when you were a kid. Mamma mia, that was a great game.
Yeah, what a great frame of reference. When was the last time I heard of Serious Sam? Like Nintendo 64? Yeah, let's do what they did in 1999.
Isn't
These all look like bot comments? So they're not, and you can tell that it's not.
Yeah, they're definitely not because they're stupid. A bot would try to sound smart but fail, but these comments are flat out stupid.
A bot comment because it doesn't have a girl in lingerie where it has her name. It's like Amanda, and then it has like weird text and it says "click my profile." Those are the bot comments.
Absolute failure of a Pikmin game and an insult to the masterpieces that came before it.
Really enjoyed this review. It was clear the reviewer had great in-depth knowledge. And
Saints Row the third? More like this is the third time I've reviewed Saints Row 3.
Guys, ignore this review.
But the impressive
By the way, that entire studio shut down. Because
yeah, but the first Saints Rows were good until they, literally went to hell because why not and shit.
Of how bad that game was. Wasn't that it? I think that was the, that was just...
And just to prove that I'm a true Saints Row appreciator, at least from the good series, I got some Twins hentai saved on my PC. In a special folder dedicated just for that.
Studio.
It is what it is.
Winners win and losers lose.
Overhaul and welcome quality of life improvements make this the best version of Xenoblade Chronicles we've ever had.
This
What
is
kind of a
actually
name is
such
that?
a terrible...
Jesus Christ!
Did you even play the game's main story?
Bro, who does this?
Yo! You know what's the worst part about people who post walls of text? They're probably fucking stupid. That's the problem. These are the people who write walls of text because their life is so empty and shallow they need to win arguments on the internet. And the easiest way to win an argument on the internet is by just boring the fuck out of someone else to the extent that they no longer want to interact with you. Jesus.
Who does this? Oh my god!
Spoil one of the biggest plot points in this game to flex your endgame gear or whatever. You mispronounce names of major characters that you...
Mind-bogglingly cool, and an absolutely unparalleled way to virtually explore our world.
This review was phenomenal. We need more reviews like this, IGN. Give this man a raise.
But those few bright spots aren't enough to bring Battle for Bikini Bottom's passable but simplistic gameplay up to the standard of a 2020 platformer.
This is why gamers should review games, not journalists.
Kingdom Hearts 3's Remind DLC is oddly jumbled.
Trash! Fire this guy! This is literally the worst review I've
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts also has like a fan base that's kind of insane.
ever seen. They should have got a fan
Well, everything has a fan base that's kind of insane.
series to review this.
I love how they say that. Like, you should get somebody who likes the type, like, you wouldn't, it's a bad idea to have somebody who actually doesn't like those types of games to play the game, right? Like, you have somebody who doesn't like platformers.
That's true. That's the same when someone is reviewing fast food and it's like they're eating McDonald's and they're like, so we removed the tomatoes and pickles because we don't do those here on this channel.
Go play the new Mario, probably gonna have a bad time. But, like, if you like platformers and you don't like a certain game, like, yeah, it's definitely your opinion. Warped logic? Well, it's not warped logic, it's fanboy logic.
Said, I'm impressed by how much Square Enix has stuck the landing for one of my favorite long-running series. And that's why it's so exciting to see that Kingdom Hearts 3 is as full of heart as it ever has been.
Great job, Jonathan. Honestly, I don't know who else could have done this review besides you.
Jeez.
Now, the thing that Donkey doesn't actually show here is the fact that there's gonna be... Every single one of those videos, by the way, has also the opposite side. They have the, oh my god, if IGN rates something a 10 out of 10, it has, like, that comment that's uploaded and that's saying, like, IGN, return to grace, finally, doing the right thing yet again. And, exactly below that comment is probably going to be the exact opposite. How fucking dare you rate this piece of shit 10 out of 10? You should be fired on the spot and your family sent to the gulags. Those two comments probably exist exactly next to each other in the review.
Yes. So there it is. If you are positive about a game, it's because, well, and I think also it depends on the game. Like Forspoken, everybody hated it. Hogwarts Legacy, everybody liked it. Final Fantasy 16, everybody liked it. Starfield, I think most people didn't like it. It's more popular to shit on the game. Gollum, everybody hated it.
It's not more popular to shit on the game. The Bethesda fanboys literally at the very start made it so that, you know, shitting on the game is wrong because you're all idiots. And now everyone finally feels justified about doing this. You know, when you made a video about Starfield being bad when we didn't have the actual game out because it was clearly visible that it's going to be fucking bad. The Bethesda fanboys came out in droves and said it's going to be the game of the year, how great it is. What's happening currently now? Well, all of those people have literally actually deleted their comments off my videos. A lot of people who were negative and said, no, you're stupid, you don't understand, Starfield's going to be the next greatest thing ever. They're legitimately deleting their comments. And, you know, now everyone's just having fun on their expense because, you know, it was clear that this game's going to suck.
So it's more about like having the opinion that everybody else has. Now, where was this game, Immortals of Avenum? Let me see if I can show you guys. There's this Immortals of Avenum studio close.
Oh,
yeah,
that's
here we
what
go.
you said.
So this came out 2 days ago. I didn't really talk about this at all. But there is a massive amount of layoffs after Immortals of Avenum comes out.
Flops?
And cited poor sales. So let's actually see how many people are playing this game. We'll see what's
my guess is going to be none.
Going on here. How many people are around Immortals of Avenum? There it is. Okay, so let's see how many people are playing.
None?
This game,
Wow.
basically, it was so much of a piece of shit that Paul Tassi from Forbes legitimately went out and wrote an article about why influencer marketing doesn't work because they paid so many streamers, which, by the way, one of the streamers they paid to stream it was F Extra Life, so they got totally fucking scammed and completely wasted their money. They should have paid somebody else, anybody.
Dude, that's so great.
Else to do it, rather than the Viewbotters. However...
Embedders, Asmongold. Embedders. Don't you dare besmirch their good name.
It had a peak viewership of 220,000 viewers. They got...
Dude, the ironic part of that is this is so blatantly obvious. Yeah, dude, if you're gonna buy out a bunch of streamers to play the game and talk good about it, that's one thing, but, you know, not enough people are gonna buy it because their favorite streamer plays it. That's just the reality of things. This strategy always pretty much loses money if your game is shit. And the thing about shitty games is people know they make shitty games. So this is just an easy way to lose all your money.
Got ultra scammed. They did. They should have paid that money to a developer. Maybe they could have actually made the game good. And now it has 24. And the amount of viewers it has right now?
Nice.
3.
Well, that's it. This was Quizzer Said. Thanks for watching. Subscribe if you haven't already. And have a nice day. Bye-bye.